My name is Angela. I've been using gosh, crap. Can we take and start over here? Okay, yeah. I've self-medicated with cannabis for about 28 years now. I medicate for a various number of medical reasons. Nerve pain, muscle spasms, swelling in my joints, um, pain, anxiety, sleepless nights, stomach problems, and I've quit periodically, uh, 8 months at a time, and there were no withdrawal symptoms whatsoever, while quitting. Some are okay with it. Some in very close family have disowned me. I've been through a rough time after a divorce and then the car accident, which has left me unable to work, not being able to get help from doctors because I have no health insurance, and they seen that I benefited from it. It eased my pain. It got me up moving. So why wouldn't they be for something, that helped me? But like I said, I do have my father who has had cancer and, understands and hearing the benefits, that cannabis cures cancer also. So, it's kind of a mixture. But yeah, I've been disowned by family members because of my use of cannabis. It would help many suffering people, and we have a lot of soldiers coming home from war, and they're going to be riddled with PTSD, and I also suffer from that. And, cannabis is the most effective, over Xanax, which makes you not be able to feel, and, I feel like our soldiers need that option of medical cannabis to treat their PTSD so they can still function in society and not turn to alcohol and let that destroy their brains. And there's one suicide a day on vets who come back from Iraq, and that is just one too many. There's more that die from suicide due to suffering from PTSD and the symptoms of it, night tremors and everything associated with it. I think that our soldiers need a safer alternative. Law enforcement is one of the hugest problems in this prohibition, in the problem with the prohibition of marijuana, is the number that are incarcerated over a bag of weed. I'm more concerned about the meth labs that are being busted within 1,000 yards from my son's high school. I think law enforcement should focus more on that than, someone with a bag of weed, that they're probably having to get from a black market to use for their MS or, their chronic pain or their anxiety, PTSD, whatever. So, yes, it's very mixed up in our society right now. and it is a huge problem. More than once, jailed over just a small bag of weed, and while in jail, sexually assaulted by a deputy, while I was incarcerated. And, that's wrong. And I'm a mother, and, I wasn't bothering anyone. And it's a real problem. I'm not lonely on this. It's happening in our prisons, in our county jails. And, yeah, I've been harassed many times by police. It was, by people that were supposed to protect me. And when you're in an isolation situation, it puts you vulnerable to, someone to take advantage of you, sexually and physically, put in the hole because you complain that I have this physical ailment from the wreck, from my car wreck, and I'm being punished for it, which is wrong for, someone to take their power and use it for no good, to do something that was totally wrong. Taking advantage of people and ruining lives, and, things need to change in our institutions, in our jails, and our prisons. My son is a AB student. He's a football player for really good high school in our city, and he's on the varsity team. He's a great kid. My daughter, she's also in the honors program, fast pitch softball player, and right now the best pitcher in the state and in the World Series. Both of my kids are driven, and I educate them about cannabis and the benefits of it. And, they've been around people who've drank alcohol, and, they don't see that people who smoke marijuana harm anyone. So I don't hide from my kids, and neither one of my kids use drugs. They're athletes, and they take their health very seriously. And they understand why I use it, for medical reasons. I go to the country, and it's empty fields of empty fields. I maybe saw 2 tobacco fields. There's hardly even dairy farms. It's like there is no small farmer anymore. And in 1850, it was our #1 cash crop at 5 million in 1850. With the medical benefits of cannabis oil, hemp oil, I want to see the fields of Kentucky overgrown with hemp once again. And it could be an industry for our whole nation, not only our state. It could change our whole industry. It would create a new industry, and as far as medicine and clothing, textiles, you name it, we should create things in our own country instead of getting things from other countries. It'd be a new agriculture. I appreciate everybody's time and listening to me, and I feel a lot better kind of opening up about all of this, and speaking my mind and being proud of doing so. I really hope that everybody bands together and unites, and put individual differences aside and focus at the matter at hand here. I hope Gatewood's dream eventually comes true, with fields of hemp. It's my field of dreams. Huh.